Hey everyone. So I've heard a couple health or fitness influencers talking recently, a couple influencers that I really respect, doctors, scientists, that I really respect, and I like their content. But they're both saying that they're questioning seed oils. And what they're questioning are seed oils really harmful for you? Well, I'm going to give my opinion and I'm going to say things that I always say. Think for yourself, apply common sense, and make your own decision. And I'm going to tell you the conclusion that I've come to. If you guys are interested in interviews with doctors, personal trainers, nutritionists, subscribe to the channel. And if you're interested in our weight loss program that we have at Parkway Athletic Club, use the QR code on the screen or the link in the description. So seed oils. So both of these influencers were proclaiming that, by now or finally, the seed oils are harmful has been debunked. So that's their opinion, and they cite different studies and so on. So my first thing is, I always say, follow the money. Who is funding this? So I've done some research, and you guys, if you haven't done this, try doing some research with AI. Use different AI platforms. You're going to get different answers, and you have to know how to ask or how to direct AI. Because if you don't direct it, it's still probably garbage in, garbage out. So, but try it and ask questions. You can keep adding to your AI link or whatever you're creating there. And I ask questions like the survey or the research that was listed. I said, okay, where did the funding come from? Some 4-letter agency. Who funded that 4-letter agency? And then it goes back to here's who funded it. Oh, it's government funding. Then I asked, is this agency or this government funding, can it be or is it influenced by lobbyists? The answer was yes. So that's causing a lot of red flags right there. A few other things, because it's all about the money. No one's going to pay or fund or a lobbyist try to persuade a congressperson who's voting for something. It's all about the money behind them and who's paying for that lobbyist. So to me, I apply common sense. That's the first red flag. I'm going to be hesitant to believe that because research can be twisted. So that's the first thing. Who's funding it? The second thing is a lot of this or these different studies were 12 weeks. Is 12 weeks really long enough to see if seed oils are harmful or if they're doing something that's not good to your body? Now, they weren't talking about seed oils that are used for deep frying. I mean, most people agree on no matter what kind of oil they're using, if they're deep frying things, they're usually burning that oil and it turns into trans fat. And so now my wife and I will deep fry some things, but we take a lot of caution to make sure that the oil is preserved and that it's the right oil to cook in. And so every once in a while, we'll fry some potatoes or something like that. But if you're going out, that oil is usually reused and you just don't know. The study wasn't pertaining to that. It was talking about maybe putting some type of vegetable oil or seed oil in your pan and, cooking something like maybe eggs or whatever. Well, why not use butter? Why not use something that's not a seed oil if you're going to do that, or tallow or something like that? So the studies were only about 12 weeks long. I don't know if that's long enough to show something could be harmful. How about 10 years? Someone who's eating seed oils for 10 years, what's that going to do to your body? Now, it also wasn't talking about the seed oils that are found in ultra processed foods. So these influencers were not saying, go ahead and eat all the fried food that you want, go eat all the processed food that you want, and don't worry about the seed oils. Now, neither was the research or the studies saying that. All it was saying is that, hey, if you're gonna, fry something in a pan and you're not gonna overheat it, go ahead, put your vegetables on those seed oils or vegetable oils. I wouldn't do that because there's too many other things you can use. I try to avoid at all costs seed oils. They're in salad dressings. And again, these studies weren't addressing salad dressings either. They're not saying it's okay to eat seed oils in salad dressing because of the linoleic acid. The omega-6 ratio, there's the ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 is too high. Omega-6 and omega-3s are polyunsaturated fats, but you want to have in the standard American diet, the omega-3s are not high enough compared to the omega-6. So that's one of the big problems with seed oils in processed foods is the omega-6s. Now, the next thing is go do some research and find out how seed oils are made. Okay, once you do that, that's where you really get to make your own decision and apply your own brain. Dig in, do your own research. And if you really care about this, you're not going to listen to me. You're not going to listen to any influencers that I even respect a lot. You're going to dig into it a little bit yourself. And I know it's easy to be lazy and say, I just trust that person. Well, do your own research and then think for yourself. So this is pretty commonly mentioned that seed oils are bleached. They're bleached to make the color clear, the oil clear, and to just give it a certain smell, I guess. But bleach, and the studies are saying, hey, it's not the bleach that you bleach your white clothes in when you're doing laundry, but it's bleach. It's changing the color of the oil. So I don't know if I want to eat something that's been bleached. Go do a deep dive into how seed oils are processed, how they're made, and then you decide if it's something that you want to have in your diet. You might say, yeah, what's the big deal? I have a little bit. I'm just frying my eggs or my vegetables or whatever in a pan with it. It's no big deal. Then that's your decision, but make it for yourself. And like I said, there's too many other things you can use for that purpose. You can even use olive oil if you're not heating it up too much. Again, I wouldn't use olive oil because it can be kind of sensitive. I use butter or tallow or even coconut oil or avocado oil. So you guys, tell me what you think. I'm curious to know if you think, by making your own decision, if you think seed oils are okay in your diet. Now, being no big deal in your diet is one thing compared to they're killing you. You know, a lot of people may think, look, it's not perfect, but, I like eating seed oils, or they're in a lot of things. It's easy. They're in foods that I like. So it's not that big of a deal. It's worth it for me to go ahead and eat it. Or is it an absolute don't do it for you? I'm curious to know what you all think about that. So give me your feedback in the comment section, and I will see you all next time.